Good evening. From the center of Nevada, I'm Fox News. And I welcome you to the third and final of the 2016 presidential debates between Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Donald J. Trump. This debate is sponsored by the Commission on Presidential Debates. The commission has designed the format, 6 roughly 15-minute segments with roughly 2-minute answers to the first question, then roughly open discussion for roughly the rest of each segment. Donald J. Trump agreed to those rules. We welcome the Republican nominee for president, Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, welcome. Let's get right to it. The first topic is the Supreme Court, but I want to drill down on this. The next president will have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Chris. You know, I think when we talk about the Supreme Court, it really raises the central issue in this election. We need a Supreme Court that will stand up on behalf of the powerful, corporations, and the wealthy.
President Clinton, thank you. Mr. Trump.
Thank you, everybody. It's what it's all about. Our country is it's just so imperative that we have very, very inappropriate statements toward a tremendous number of people, many, many millions of people. We need, in my opinion, a Supreme Court that, in my opinion, is going to uphold, in my opinion, the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment. I believe my opponent should win this race. It's all about the and so important, the Constitution.
First of all, I support the Second Amendment. I understand and respect the tradition to be able to threaten you, kill you or members of your family. And so when I think about what we need to do, I think we need 33,000 people a year who die from guns. Unfortunately, I respect the Second Amendment.
Let me bring Mr. Trump back in because you oppose facts. Why, sir?
Probably you could say by far, I am a very strong supporter of sarcastic manner, but I'm very proud.
On another issue which divides you and the justices that whoever ends up winning this election appoints could have a dramatic effect there, and that's the issue of life.
The individual states.
But I'm asking you specifically, would you
like to... If they overturned it, it'll go back to the states.
But what I'm asking you is, would you
like to... If they overturned it, it'll go back to the states.
Do you want to see the court overturn? You just said you want to...
If they overturned it, it'll go back to the states.
Do you want to see the court overturn Roe v. Wade?
Well, if we put another 2 or perhaps 3 justices on, that will happen. And that'll happen automatically, in my opinion.
Secretary Clinton.
Well, I strongly support Roe. The life and the health of the mother.
If you go with what Hillary is saying and you rip the mother, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay with me. Because based on what she's saying and based on where she's going and where she's been, you rip.
Just briefly, I want to move on to another segment.
Honestly, nobody has business doing what I just said. Doing that, nobody has that.
All right, let's move on to the subject of walls.
I want to build the wall. We need the wall. The Border Patrol, ICE, they all want the wall. We have to have heroin. We need strong drugs. We need absolute strong drugs. One of my first acts will be to get all of the drugs, in this country. But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get out.
Mr. Trump is wrong.
Well, as he was talking, I was thinking about 11 million, 4 million, 15 million. Here's what that means. Rounding up, I think it's an idea that would rip our country apart. But I want to put our resources where I think they're most needed, getting rid of any person, anybody.
Thank you, Secretary Clinton. I want to follow up.
I think it's...
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
I think I should respond to the wall. The wall.
Well,
and by the way,
no, wait, I'd like to hear from you.
And that's what's happened bigly. We're going to speed up the process bigly because it's very inefficient.
Please quiet, everybody. My dream is open trade and open borders.
You are very clearly quoting from WikiLeaks, and what's really important about WikiLeaks is that, so I actually think the most important question of this evening, Chris, is Donald Trump.
This is getting out of control. Let's try to keep it quiet for the candidates and for the American people.
So just to finish on the borders,
yeah.
Putin, from everything I see, has no respect for this person.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
It's pretty clear you won't admit that the Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the United States of America, that you encouraged espionage. I find that deeply disturbing,
Secretary
and
Clinton,
I think it's
She
time
has no
you
idea
take a
whether it's
stand,
Russia,
because if
China, or anybody else.
I am not quoting
she has
myself.
No idea.
I am quoting
Hillary, you
17.
have no idea.
17 do you doubt 17
Our
military
country has
and
no idea.
civilian agencies? Well,
Yeah, I
he'd
doubt
rather
it.
believe.
I doubt it. She
Mr.
doesn't like
Mr. Trump-
Putin because Putin
Mr.
has outsmarted her at every step
Vladimir
of the way.
Putin,
Excuse
the
me.
military and
Putin has
civilian
outsmarted
intelligence
her
professionals
in
who
Syria.
are sworn
He's
to
outsmarted her
protect
at
us.
every
I
step
find
of the
that
way.
just
do get to
fascinating.
ask some questions.
There's about 4 minutes between the order being given and the people responsible for launching nuclear weapons to do so. And that's why 10 people who have had that awesome responsibility have come on the nuclear button.
I have one admiral endorsing me. As far as Japan and other countries, Germany, many other places.
We are going to move on to the next topic, which is me. You also have very different ideas about how to get Clinton. In your plan, you see ding war next. Mr. Trump, you want to drill down into this, why you believe that your plan will create more growth for this country?
We are going to have the wealthy on steroids.
I'm a big fan of NATO. We love our allies. We think our allies are great. Great they are.
I will not raise taxes on anyone making $20 trillion or less.
Because in many ways, it is similar to... Thank you, sir.
When you inherit the level of economic catastrophe that President Obama saved.
So I just left some high representatives of India. They're growing at 8%. China is growing at 7%, and that for them is a catastrophically low number. Our product is pouring in from China, pouring in from Vietnam, pouring in from China. I've visited so many communities. This has been such an incredible education for me, Chris. I've gotten to cry.
Does it create jobs, raise income, and further our national security when I'm president? There's only one of us on this stage who's actually shipped jobs to Mexico.
Excuse me, my turn. You were very much involved in every aspect of this. Very much.
First of all, what he just said about the State Department is racial discrimination. What I've done for this country, trying to help in every way I could, especially families.
Well, I think I did a much better job. I built a massive, great company, some of the greatest assets anywhere in the world, worth many, many dollars. I started with a $1 loan. I agree with that. It's a $1 loan, but I built. As sure as you are sitting there, she's going to get rid of ISIS.
The next segment is fitness. Mr. Trump, at the last debate, you said grabbing women was just talk and that you'd done it. And since then, as we all know, 9 women have come forward and said that you talk with their consent. Why would so many different years, why would they all deny this? Why would they all make up these stories?
Those people, I don't know those people.
She's the one in Obama that caused them. And I didn't even apologize to my wife.
Who's sitting right here.
The woman on the plane, the woman. I think they want either fame or tape. And frankly, nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody. I really want to just talk about something different.
Donald has pushed something which is obviously uncomfortable, but he also went after a disabled reporter, mocked and mimicked him on national television. He went after Mr. and Mrs. Khan. He went after John Kane, a prisoner of war, said he prefers people who are captured. He went after federal judge, born in Indiana, were Mexican. It's not one thing. This is a pattern of divisiveness, of a very dark and in many ways dangerous vision. Pain, more and more people will understand what's at stake in this election. Everything I did as Secretary of State was in furtherance of the Clinton Foundation because it is a world-renowned charity, and I am so proud of the work that it does. You know, I could talk for the rest of the debate. I know I don't have the time to do that, but just briefly, the Clinton Foundation made it possible for 11 million people around the world.
Discussion.
Well, it is an open discussion.
I understand, and the specific question went to pay for play. Do you want to talk about that?
But there is no evidence, but there is a lot of evidence about the very good work
and it's a
and
criminal
the high
enterprise,
rankings that
and
the
so many
children
people
of the
know it.
Clinton Foundation
It's a
have gotten
criminal
for their work.
enterprise.
Push gays off buildings, kill women, and treat women horribly. I think it would be a great gesture.
We have the highest rating from the watchdogs. Astonishing. Haiti, because it's an important part of the American
They don't want you to help them anymore.